Welcome, Libra, to your Astrodice reading for March. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you and your Astrodice. For those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month. Okay, my friends. You guys have a wonderful March. Okay. First reading of the month. Let's see what we have over here. We have the South Node coming in with some Aquarius energy, going straight into the third house. Very interesting. The South Node is definitely talking about those past karmic deeds that you have done from the past. This holds all your past karma, and it is the road already traveled. So if you're finding any kind of behavioral patterns that are going on, that's because the karmic is coming back to say, hey, this is what's going on around you. These are the roots to the past lives that are reactivated so that you can experience them again and bring them into a resolution. Okay. So getting over here, we're going to use that Vesta, of course, right? Because she is talking about the spiritual center within yourself. She is a great karmic area, right? The Vesta is within the sun, so it's talking about that soul. Okay, and let's see, we're going straight over here to center activated of the soul over here, going straight to Aquarius energy. This is going to be this freedom-loving energy that's coming out, and of course this is talking about that behavioral pattern that could be coming back around. It could be between you and another person, or just yourself. But this is the energy, freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. Okay, and talking about that third house. Third house is your potential to learn something and your local neighborhood. Remember, past lives does not have to mean you lived in the 1600s and died and came back. It could literally just be from childhood, from college, 10 years ago, however it is. Something that could be just rooted right here in this area as your past life, as we change chapters, right? Excuse me, friends, I've been talking a lot. My throat's getting dry. Okay, so let's see what's going on with this situation. Getting straight into the situation is the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. Okay, friends. We do have 3 cards coming out. This is the Hermit card coming out, saying that some reflection is needing to be happened during the beginning of the month, and I do believe that you're going to find the time, the peace, and wanting to kind of hermit down and regenerate and kind of think about what's kind of going on. Something is going on within your life that's going to make you want to try to resolve a problem, trying to get down to the roots of the situation, and feeling like, you know, I need to kind of hide out a little bit, not being as communicative. With the Knight of Cups coming in, there could be this proposal or this promotion that's coming your way that's making you kind of want to get, you know, down to the situation and try to think what is the best situation for myself. And it feels like it's an opportunity that, well, it's underneath the Vesta. So a lot of you can say, this is the opportunity that I missed last time that I would like to actually do this time. Talking about that past, you know, that past karmic, and really standing your ground this time. So it does feel like you are defending yourself a little bit more, about really thinking about whether or not you should really take this promotion. It could be with a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Virgo. But it feels like it's something that maybe you do want, but it feels like a lost opportunity once before, and you feel like now you would like, you're trying to think, should I take their offers? Should I take this promotion? Should I take this love offer? Should I actually take their cup over here? And so it's really going to make you think, because if it's something that you have either missed in the past or you've taken before and it didn't work out. So do you want to resolve the situation with this person, or this, you know, or take this? It's going to be a little different for everyone, whether or not, you know, how it was. On the Hermit, you do have the Page of Swords, so you are trying to understand, but there is a learning situation that is going on over here with the Page of Swords. It's saying you have done this before, or you didn't learn your lesson last time, or it's something you need to learn about. So like I said, whether it was a missed opportunity or something that you've never resolved within, you know, you and this person, it's something you need to learn about, something you do need to look at from a deeper perspective. The judgment that was there before, you didn't make the right kind of judgment call, or everything just kind of fell apart between you and this person or this opportunity. Like I said, how is it, you know? Standing your ground last time, but you really stood your ground and really kind of defended yourself, even though it says that it definitely could have been a missed. You might have stood your ground too much, that you had a missed opportunity for victory with this situation. And it could have been that you just didn't feel like it was the right kind of call, and it does feel like it's coming back around. So whatever it is, it definitely wasn't resolved. But there is definitely going to be, you know, some kind of resolution for sure. Judgment is definitely, that's a karmic card saying, I am calling you back to this situation. I understand that it was a missed opportunity. I understand you didn't take it. I understood you guys didn't do what you were supposed to do together, however the situation is. But it was something I need you to do. It has to be done. So coming into the mid-month, the action that it's taking is going to actually give you a more peaceful olive branch type of situation. So if you're looking for a resolution or an apology, or wanting to take this offer and proposal, there is definitely here saying this is the, you know, inherited opportunity for you to do so. So maybe you were waiting for them, and maybe you know they're coming back, and it's kind of freaking you out a little bit, because maybe you do know it was a missed opportunity with them. And you know, you are, whatever the goal was and what the hopes and promises were, it was almost like you definitely feel a little more unstable around them. I feel like you do feel unstable around them, because I do believe that this reading is more about a missed opportunity, something that maybe you were too freedom loving at the time. Maybe, you know, you weren't grounded and stable enough to want to take on this type of relationship, or maybe they weren't. However it was, it just feel like somebody was not as stable, and it's making you feel a little maybe a little insecure, maybe a little unstable about the situation, because you really wanted, it could be an Aquarius, that you really wanted to have this with him. But there was a lot of freedom, and with the star comes a lot of freedom as well. But with the freedom also comes the hopes and the promises. I do feel like for a lot of you, you knew that this person would actually come back one day. Or you prayed that they did, right? There's something going on over here that does feel like you're still starry-eyed about this person, and you were just hoping for them to offer this wand to you. You wanted that, because it does feel like you're very unsure, because you knew back in the past that you actually wanted to have victory with them, but you stood such solid ground. I think that you just felt like there was no chance. Maybe you guys were not standing on the same ground together. It does feel like there's a little freedom going on over here. Everybody's too free to do what they want to do. No one was really serious about the situation at that time. And maybe if you would have given it a little more seriousness, then the relationship could have went better. If you were a little more serious, maybe you could have jumped into that job. There's definitely something about not taking things, you know, as serious and too hard as it was, which now it is, right? Yeah, because because now they've got you looking out. Now they've got you looking back. They have you not just looking forward to the future, but they also have you looking back into the past. They have you looking everywhere. Dreaming, you know, traveling back towards the situation of what got away, it's almost like the woulda, coulda, you know, syndromes. What if I would have done this? What if they would have done that? What if I would have taken that job? But the problem is, you know, it's going to be different because now it's the future. But the scenario is here it is being offered to you again. So you have the chance. But now you're saying, and now that I'm so much older, do I really want it? I think I might. I think you might. Because you're still seeing it as that opportunity that could be. The opportunity that, you know, that shines down on you. Because I really do believe that for the majority of you, it's something that you have thought about before. I wish I couldn't have allowed this to get away from me if I only had another chance, and now you do. It's a karmic tie, and that's probably why it was in your mind so much. It causes confusion, though. It does cause a little confusion. I think the confusion is, how did it come back? How did this, you know? How did they still think of me from all those years ago? Never thinking that they would come back, never thinking that they would travel back into this direction. And as soon as they give you this wand, this opportunity gives you this wand, this person gives you this wand, this chariot says, oh my goodness, where did you come from? It was like the road less traveled, you know, for them it was the road less traveled, because for them it was kind of like, well, what am I learning from this situation? I think what you're learning from this situation was it was something that you really, really wanted, that you didn't believe was ever going to come back. And now you get your second chance. This is definitely the second chance. The second chance to take something that could be very victorious, that could be very loving, that could be everything that you had dreamed of once before. In the mid-month, you're going to really open up the spark of the intuition and say, this is the commitment that I want. Wow. But that devil is there as well because of the karmic with the King of Pentacles. So you could be even saying, maybe you're dealing with a Taurus, right? Capricorn, Earth sign. Everybody's situation's different. But however it is, it feels like in the end of the month that you're wanting to commit yourself. You're staying faithful to the situation. Your soul is saying, this is where you need to be. The universe is opening up this situation. Universal card right here. Commitment, faith, hope, dedication to the commitment. So, and it's a blessing. The Hierophant is a definite blessing. So it's saying, here's the commitment that you wanted. Here's the commitment that you thought got away. And you're going to be thinking about that because you're still going to be in hermit mode. And, you know, in the majority of this time, thinking about how committed you really are to this. Am I really learning about the situation? Am I, you know, idealistic enough to figure out the pieces and the points? Or am I just going to try to take on those freedom-loving pieces again? I don't think that you're the freedom-loving person in that kind of area that you were before, or they are not. Do you see what I'm saying? Your freedom-loving now is so different. You are doing things for a different reason, for a different whole setting of what your life is involved in freedom-loving. It's not the same, right? Before it could have been like, oh, because I'm going to go out. I want to party, I want to dance, I want to have, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be tied down to just one person, you know, because I'm living life, or they are, right? With the devil over here, though, this is where the karmic is coming in, and it's saying this is a karmic relationship. If this has something to do with a job, it was just that maybe you didn't want to dedicate all that time, like maybe they wanted you to work way too many hours, or however it is, and you wanted a little more freedom, instead of just dedicating all your Saturdays, right, to this one, you know, particular opportunity. And then later you realize, wow, that was a lot of money that I could have had. That was a huge opportunity if I would have just been old enough to realize what I'm doing, mature enough to understand. But now it's saying this is karmically done towards you, and that there is definitely a karmic surrounding this, which you do have the opportunity to prosper out of it. by having the second opportunity, to have the second chance to go after this situation. And even if it's not the 100% job, it could be a job that's so similar. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's so similar to the last one in the same area of life. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you do printing and you were going to work for a print shop. However, this other print shop is going to do something. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be 100. But the King of Pentacles is saying yes, because this is where you're going to prosper. This is where you're going to find the stability. This is the opportunity, golden opportunity that you are looking for. You are more mature now. You have more understanding about what it is that you truly want. And here is your opportunity to break the chains from the karmic to get exactly what you want. If it's this person, they are willing to sacrifice what it is that they need to be with you too, because you guys are karmic soulmates. And they need to get this done as well, because you guys are meant to be together. A lot of times this happens with twin flames. We all know this. And sometimes it's just the deepest soulmate ever, right? However it is, it's a golden opportunity that you need, because they were thinking about the same thing you're thinking about. That's why I do believe it could be twin flame for a lot of you, because you guys are marrying each other a lot. And this is because of the King of Wands standing that ground with strength. You have a strength to commitment that you didn't have before. You know it, I know it, or they did not, right? They did not have that commitment, and now they're stronger too, depending on how you see it. Maybe it was 2 in 1. Maybe you guys were just kids. It was somebody I can't believe I missed that opportunity. I cannot believe. I've never met anybody like that. I'm still, you know, maybe you're calling each other soulmates out because of the karmic. The Knight of Wands, there was a time in your life that I think you stopped manifesting them. And, you know, it's kind of crazy, the Libra, because it feels like as soon as you stop manifesting them, as soon as you stop thinking about them coming back or this golden opportunity, this is when it comes rushing towards you. Wow. So it's almost like when they're out of sight, out of mind, and I'm not worried about it anymore, here they come rushing in. The manifestation of them, the dream that I had of them. And this is why I feel like it causes confusion, because there was a time in your life that you were so dreamy about this situation. And now that it's coming back tenfold, it's confusing you. Because you were like, wow, I haven't thought about you in like 5 years. And it says there's a tower. This person may have had to let go of somebody else to get to you. Maybe they let go of this Taurus to get to you. Maybe they let go of this Scorpio to get to you. However it is. But it does feel like they left someone else. But, you know, it almost feels like it was divinely driven to do so. It was like fated that it could only last forever until it needed to get to where you need to be. If there was somebody else in the position that this opportunity is opening back up for you, they had to let that person go from that position so that fate could bring you in to have that position. Building the foundation all the way, dropping it down to build it all the way back up. Having to have, oh my gosh, the total, yeah. It was the death of it all. And for some of you, I hate to say that, and I do hate to say that, but I am going to tell you. For some of you, the person that they were with before has died. Those of you who watch my channel, you know I don't like saying things like that, but this is real life scenarios over here. This person died, and now it's your chance. It's your turn. They did what they were supposed to do, and now it's your turn. Or maybe your partner died, and it's now your turn. However it is, it was fated for them to come back in the past, or into the future, from the past to the future. It wasn't good timing. You did what you were supposed to do, or their partner did what they were supposed to do. It was done the way it was supposed to be done. And now they're supposed to come back to you. Yeah. Because Spirit says there's going to be a lot of joy and a lot of happiness, but I'm also seeing this as there was never meant to be any kind of third-party situation. That's why they can never come back. It was never meant for them to be because they have to be where they need to be. You need to be where you need to be. So that way you can have the full maturity and the full nurturing of the situation. You guys may have even had families that you were supposed to make and connect with on different areas. You're supposed to bring in your own kids with this other person. And maybe your divorce, it's done, it's over with, they died, however it is, and you're, you know, take it how it resonates, or vice versa. But now it's back to the maturity and being where you're supposed to be. And this is what really happened, you know. So you're going to have this determination to want to keep this, and it is definitely the perfect timing. It was all divinely, it's all divinely set up. So whoever you were, you helped someone else, you know, if they died or you're getting divorced or vice versa for them, they did what they were supposed to do for this other person. Like they had a contract with this other person, and then they have to come back to you. No one understands all that. We're not meant to. All we know is that our souls make contracts with different people for different reasons so that they can bring in their children, have this, do that, you know, and then you guys grow, you learn in life, you mature. I really do believe this is twin flame situation for a lot of you. And there's another rarity that I don't bring up. Queen of Cups, because you are the fresh new love that they have to be, but they have to be settled. You have to be a certain way. So it's almost like your soul says, now that we're ready, we did what we were supposed to do over here, that soul is happy, I'm happy, they're happy, you're happy, I'm happy, and maybe even if there's a fourth person in the back, if there is, they're happy too. The souls have all done what they're supposed to be doing. There was, you know, there's more rejoice. And so the communication of what you're learning is that this is divinely done. This is a divine thing. This is where the confusion comes from. How is this possible? But it's the way it's supposed to be. And it's divinely done. And we're bringing out the King of Swords, which is my Archangel Michael card, saying it is divinely done. And this is a divine communication between souls and some kind of contract that's going on, because it's karmic. Karmics are contracts. So however it is. And if this person over here was working for this business for 1,000 years and this business person wants to come in and give you this job, I'm telling you, for most of it's a love situation. But it's divinely done. And it's just going to be up to you whether or not you want to focus and work on the situation. I think for a lot of you, you've been manifesting this for so long, it's literally magic and a miracle that this is even going to take place. And the same for them as well. Yep, it's a person from the past. Just keep grabbing cards. It's made you so sad throughout the years because you did feel like you were missing a huge opportunity, but they did too. Now you get your ships to come through, and now all they want to do is move towards you. And I think the more that they move towards you and get your Ace of Swords because of the growth and the understanding, and there's your understanding of the third house right there. Through the growth and the understanding, you now get to be where you feel the happiest. Wow, this reading is just mind-blowingly amazing. It's actually tearing me up. Because it's like true love, because you're not just talking about two people, we're actually talking about two souls as well. In divine connection. And it was like the great escape somehow. But it wasn't really the great escape though, guys, because remember, the whole opportunity, the whole thing was for the growth. It was for the understanding. The two souls can't really come together until you're both healed, you're both growing, and you both have mutual understanding. Then you can have the Two of Cups. Wow, okay. I'm just going to stop now. Because it just gets greater and greater, right? Okay, guys. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.